This is my recent experience with my Incubus. The experience I had like 3 days ago. It actually tried to kill me. I think it did. I don't even know. But what happened was is that um it was a very typical dream. I go in, I have sleep paralysis, and then next thing you know, I call for my Incubus. I call for him because I haven't seen him in months, and so like in my waking hours, in my day hours, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm going into sleep paralysis because the Incubus is actually it actually always been there. Like I went online and I read that sometimes they could torture you. They could torture you and they could do things in your sleep to terrorize you. And that's what's been happening in my sleep paralysis. It's just to a point where like it feels like my body is floating off the bed. Sometimes I may go it almost sends me to the ceiling and I can't control myself, or even one time it's like it tried to send me through a mirror. Like it terrified me. It terrified me. And I'm like, this has to be something. Even though I didn't see my Incubus, see him or experience sex or anything like that, I'm thinking that it must be it must be him. It has to be him. Otherwise I don't know what's going on. And so anyway they go that your Incubus could, abuse you or whatever. I'm like, okay. So what happened is it happened in this dream is that I went to sleep paralysis and then I called for my Incubus and then he came. He came. I didn't actually see a physical figure. I didn't see him, but he was there. And whatever happened and then like the sex happened and this sex was actually different. It was oral sex. Like it was different because he is it's usually a pattern. Like I don't even like talking about things like this honestly, but it's usually a pattern. It's more like it was just like anally, and then one time it was you know one time it was the other one, and one time vaginally, and one time it was, and now it's oral. That is weird because like he it doesn't do that. But anyway, so I felt it, but I didn't see him. And as the dream went on, I think that I was able to move around the room. I was able to move around the room. And this meeting with my Incubus was way longer than I ever experienced in my life. It was way longer. And it felt as if I could feel my heart beating. I can feel it and I could hear it in my dream. And so like while I sensed my Incubus was around me, I felt it moving around me. It's like I couldn't see anything but I felt him. Um like my heart was just beating harder, and it scared me, and I was in pain and it scared me. It scared me and I woke up and then my heart was actually racing. Yeah, it's like a part of me wanted to literally fall asleep, but a part of me wanted to wake up. I don't know if it was my Incubus could sense. I know that it could. I know that it could sense that my heart was beating like hard, like very hard. And I think it was beating that hard because I was trying to hold on to the meeting with my Incubus. I was trying to hold on. And so maybe my body didn't like it, or maybe my body couldn't take it, or whatever. So as I said, a part of me wanted to sleep, which would be really bad because when my heart was being like that, something. And a part of me wanted to wake up, and so I ended up waking up instead. I ended up waking up, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if my Incubus actually tried to kill me or whatever, and I don't know, because it's weird. It's like, how could my heart beat like that while I'm sleeping? And then like while I'm awake, and then like when I woke up, my heart rate actually calmed down. It was fine. That never happened before. I don't know if it actually killed me or tried to kill me. I don't know if it tried to do that, but what I do know is that it's creepy. And so for the past 2 nights, I felt it tried to pull me back into sleep. And then like the next night, it tried to pull me again. I felt it. Um it's just a certain feeling when I'm going to go into sleep paralysis. It's a certain feeling. And I felt it twice for 2 nights in a row. And I don't know, like, was it what it's doing or whatever, but it's really creeping me out. And like when I said that, like a part of me wanted to go to sleep. It's that like in sleep paralysis, I feel very, very awake. Like in sleep paralysis, I feel awake, and everything looks super real. And so when I say a part of me wanted to sleep, that means that everything just goes black. I don't have a dream at all. Everything just goes black. So that's what I mean. Like I meant by a part of me wants to sleep. I know I should have said this earlier, but I didn't. Um, that's what I meant. So anyway, that that what happened. Oh, I didn't actually. When it tried to pull me back asleep, I had to wake up. I woke up and I didn't go back to sleep for like until like hours and hours later because it terrified me. I suddenly got like so much energy, and I pulled myself from out of it because like usually when it tries to pull me asleep, I'm exhausted. And when it tries to pull me to sleep, I can't it's very hard for me to move because it knows that I'm really tired. But this time, after that dream I had, I woke up. Cause frick it, I got so much energy and I woke up because I'm actually kind of scared that it decided to do that. I'm scared. Um, I don't know if I don't know if those two things are correlated, but it is scary, and it's scary.